What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including WWE is going hard to sign Kenny Omega, The Rock's team is ready for a WWE return, AEW Wrestlers Are Furious, a Bullet Club reunion at a WWE show, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. And now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. The first story looks at WWE going in hard to sign Kenny Omega. Our top story today examines how WWE are going hard to sign a top AEW star. There have been rumors circulating that WWE could make a play for Kenny Omega when his contract expires. According to Dave Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer Radio, WWE could go hard in their attempts to sign the decorated performer. Meltzer believes that due to how positively WWE have handled Cody Rhodes' return to WWE, this will heavily influence the possibility of talent jumping from AEW to WWE. Meltzer added, if WWE had buried Cody, then WWE would have no shot at Kenny Omega, but they didn't, so they do. At least you say they have a shot. Tony Khan losing Kenny Omega from a perception point would be really bad. Kenny Omega is in a really good position. This is going to be a really interesting year for Tony. A lot of key deals are going to be up this year, and WWE is going to go hard at everyone good. There's going to be a lot of WWE deals up, and Tony Khan needs to make the product and the perception of the product attractive enough where guys on the other side go, they're solid, they're financially stable, they have an easier schedule, they're doing good. Would you guys like to see Omega in WWE? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, a WWE Hall of Famer thinks the Young Bucks should leave AEW. A certain Hall of Famer is in favor of the Young Bucks leaving AEW behind in favor of WWE. That Hall of Famer in question is Ric Flair, who discussed this on the latest edition of the To Be The Man podcast. As well as stating his thoughts on the Young Bucks potentially signing with WWE, Flair also offered some criticism towards Tony Khan. Flair stated, I hope they do, but if I'm Tony Khan, I got a guy in talent relations saying shut the F up. Really? You think Vince would tolerate this? No. I think Tony is becoming so enamored with the product, like I said to you the other day. And he's also very enamored, so personally attached to the product, as he is with football as well. He's not looking at what's going on. Next up, a WWE champion set for a monster push. Since Gunther's call up to the main roster, fans have applauded how WWE have presented the reigning Intercontinental Champion. Gunther had a star-making performance in the Royal Rumble match, lasting until the final two, and just coming short of main eventing WrestleMania 39. According to WrestleVotes via Give Me Sport, Triple H is a huge fan of Gunther, and he could be set for a monster push. Triple H loves him. They all love him ever since he came into his own at Clash at the Castle. I'm not just talking about Triple H, Road Dogg is big on him, Jason Jordan really likes him. Once WWE get 2 world titles, you double the amount of people in the main event. Gunther is ready to step up. I expect by the summer to see him at the top of the card. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins a world title. He might be next in line. Fans are already throwing the idea of Gunther versus Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, and this would be a huge match for WWE to book at the biggest show of the summer. As things stand, Gunther is set to face Drew McIntyre and Sheamus in a triple threat match at WrestleMania 39. The reigning IC champion also has to be a firm favourite for the upcoming King of the Ring, which is set to take place in May. Would you guys like to see Gunther pushed into the main event scene? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, The Rock's team are ready to go for a WWE return. Some fans are disappointed that The Rock won't be wrestling Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39 in April. The Rock was initially said to be a lock-in for WrestleMania this year, but for various reasons, this isn't happening. Thankfully, all hope isn't lost, as according to Brian Gewirtz, The Rock's team is ready to go when The Rock finally decides that it's time to return to the company that made him a global superstar. The former WWE head writer would discuss things in an interview with Wrestling Inc., and he added, all I know is if I get a call saying, hey, I'm going to Mania, I'll see you there, I'm ready to hop on a plane and go to Mania. I know that it's not a well-detailed, documented answer, but that's the case because that could happen at any time, whether it's one down the road, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, who knows? Dwayne and myself, to a much lesser extent, we always have ties with WWE. They're always going to be part of the family and part of us. If it happens, great, I'll be ready to go. Dwayne will be ready to go. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But we'll see what happens. Next up, a major update on Brock Lesnar's WrestleMania status. The fans were baffled when Brock Lesnar was challenged by Omos this week on Raw. Lesnar vs Omos looks to be the plan for WrestleMania 39, and this has led to some fans questioning if Lesnar is okay with this lackluster booking decision. According to Dave Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer Radio, if Lesnar didn't want to do the match, then this wouldn't be happening. Lesnar has incredible backstage sway and has a huge input when it comes to his creative direction. Meltzer added, if Brock really didn't want to do it, it wouldn't happen, whether it's Vince McMahon or whoever is telling him that. So Brock couldn't have hated it that much, but I find it almost impossible to believe Brock requested this match because I don't think anybody would request a match with him. A lot of fans firmly expected a rematch between Lesnar and Bobby Lashley, and Omos vs Lesnar seemed rather random. There is still a huge possibility that this is a swerve and Lesnar and Lashley end up settling their rivalry on the grand stage. Next up, an AEW Wrestler Is Furious. It looks like one half of FTR, that being Dax Harwood, isn't happy with AEW. Harwood took to Twitter yesterday to air his grievances when it came to the company's response to the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Awards. This started off after the AEW Twitter account sent a series of tweets that congratulated members of the roster for winning awards. Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler wound up winning the Best Tag Team of the Year as well as Feud of the Year, but AEW outright failed to mention this. Harwood would post several screenshots of AEW's tweet, then captioned his tweet with, "Tell me April's around the corner without telling me April's around the corner." It's unclear what's next for the talented duo. There have been rumours of the duo returning to WWE, but those are just rumours at this stage. There's a strong possibility that AEW mends fences with the tag team, as they are two unbelievable talents that need to just be showcased. Next up, Bayley drags Ronda Rousey. Bayley has lit social media on fire after a hilarious takedown of Ronda Rousey. This began after Rousey tweeted that Damage Control hardly ever defend their women's tag team titles. Apparently the entirety of the SmackDown tag division is Natalya plus whoever poor soul she can recruit to our lost cause this week. Usos defend their title every week. Damage Control is defended like twice in 6 months? What the hell is going on? The leader of Damage Control then clapped back at Rousey and criticized her for not working live events. Please spell the champs' names right, and then show up to some live events and watch them defend the tag titles weekly. It still appears that Rousey and Shayna Baszler vs Damage Control is the plan for WrestleMania 39. There are also rumours that Lita and Becky Lynch being involved in the match, but we'll have to wait and see in relation to how this ongoing storyline develops in the next coming weeks. And finally, the Bullet Club reunited at a WWE live event. Our final story today looks at yesterday's WWE live event and how Cody Rhodes received assistance from two familiar faces. At the live event, Rhodes defeated Finn Balor, but he was then attacked post-match by the Judgment Day stable. This post-match attack led to former Bullet Club members Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson coming down to the ring to make the save. The trio of babyfaces then shared the too sweet hand gesture in the ring in a cool moment that sent the fans home happy. Rhodes is now set to main event night 2 of WrestleMania 39 against Roman Reigns, and fans firmly expect Rhodes to walk out of WrestleMania as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumours you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.